Here's a tip for moms, parents, doulas, birth doulas, but particularly postpartum doulas. And that tip is you can never have too many face cloths. I remember when I was pregnant with my first baby and my midwife came over to my house and she asked if I was starting to set up things so that changing the baby or breastfeeding the baby would be easier. So did I have any stations to do that? And so I showed her a shelf that I had my supplies on. And I think I had 10 tiny little baby face cloths, washed and dried and folded and stacked up. And she just started laughing. And she said, "That's a great start, but you are going to need a lot more cloths." And I didn't believe her and I didn't do it. And so I had to send somebody out pretty quickly into the process of being a new mom to get more face cloths. So the tip for today is you can never have too many face cloths or cloth rags, receiving blankets, new ones, borrowed ones, secondhand ones, because it is so nice to have things that are absorbent for changing the baby, cleaning faces and bums, tops and tails of the new one. They're super handy for catching leaking breast milk, for drying tears, for cleaning up a spill of tea or food. And so in your station that you have in your bedroom, station that you have in your kitchen or your living room, wherever you're going to be sitting to breastfeed or changing the baby, just have a whole bunch of washable face cloths. A second tip, which that same midwife told me, was in the early days of the postpartum, if you're tender, if your perineum is tender and you're having your first bowel movements, you can warm a cloth and do your own warm compress against your bottom as you're pooping, just to make things, if you feel a little vulnerable or if you've had stitches or repair done. And so a warm cloth for that. And you can also cool or freeze cloths if you need a cool compress. Keep them in the fridge for a cool compress, keep them in the freezer, and then just warm them a little bit if you need a compress for engorged breasts or any other area that needs a little tender care. So you can never have too many face cloths.